you okay with me sitting? Do you want me to go into the office? I'll go into the office. Now I've got my food. Let me go into the office. You have to just bear with me for like a minute and a half. I need my charger. Otherwise my laptop will die.
I think we're live.
Yeah, I just told me we're live and I'm fucking walking around the house like some.
Oh, yeah, we're live, buddy. This is it.
I've never been live on YouTube. Oh,
it says Fouad Zoom meeting. Hey, what's going on, guys? So, all right, let me just mute the thing. So, me and Ben have decided to get on here and cover the Tampa Bay 212 and open class. I don't know how much we're going to cover, but we're going to cover the 212 anyway. The thing is, we can't show it to you guys, so you guys have to kind of download it yourselves. If you go to Tim Gardner Productions, if you go to Tim Gardner Productions and scroll down, you can download the live feed and watch what me and Ben are watching. And we're gonna go.
Am I doing Friday and Saturday? Sorry.
Well, yeah, we might add other people. Who knows? Maybe like, you know, we'll get some other people to come on and help us. But for now, it's just me and you, buddy. Why does it look so pixelated on YouTube?
I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, I know I am. Okay, so I think they're getting started. Okay, this is fucked up. I got to have like 3 screens open so I can do this, because it's just like commentary here on the side. Whoever's watching this, bear with me. I've never done this is like only the second time I've ever done a YouTube live, and I'm trying to watch this live stream at the same time.
I'm trying to pay for that damn thing.
Oh, you haven't logged on yet?
I'm trying to put my credit card details into it now.
So, yeah, you guys, I think you guys are watching. You guys should all kind of sign up for it. The 212s are coming out now. I wonder if I can make my screen bigger without. No, I can't. Okay, so I gotta.
Oh, here we go. All right.
My live stream just paused. Okay, so.
And how do I mute?
Holy shit. Okay, one sec. They look pretty good. So first call out looks like Aaron Clark, Derek Lunsford, or not Derek Lunsford, sorry. What's that guy's name? Fuck. I don't know all their, you got to get on. I don't know all their.
Hang on, I'm on, but I can't mute. How do I mute it?
Just turn your computer down. Just turn your computer down.
But then I can't hear you.
Oh. That's right, because I got my headphones in. Well, if you hover over the screen, there's a little volume button in the bottom right corner.
Not mine, it's not.
You see it at the bottom? There's a pause button. There's a pause button on the left, and then there's a live.
I don't have that.
Okay, well, can you hear me? Or you can't hear me because of the live stream?
I have to pause the live stream to hear you.
Oh, fuck. Well, hover over the live stream itself, and there should be a little bar that pops up on the bottom.
No, I got a play button, a live, the timeline.
Yeah, and then after that, after the timeline.
All right. I'm not.
Jesus. Thank you, Subra. It's Derek Farnsworth. That's who that was. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to help us. You guys watching are gonna have to help us, who are all watching the live stream with us. So I don't know these guys, but I see George the Bull come out.
He's my favorite in this. He's surely got to be favorite, right?
Dude, he looks. Who's the guy next to him on the right?
The short look. I don't know.
We're horrible at this, Ben. We both don't know. We both don't.
Well, I don't know the 212 guys. We can analyze their physiques without. And tell you what, this is better because we're not going to be opinionated and have favorites.
We're not being biased.
Critiquing.
What's George's last name? The Bull. Peterson, that's it. He looks amazing. You said that quarter turn is just incredible. His waist is like, his waist turns into nothing.
He looks much bigger as well than everybody else.
Yeah, you see the difference, in the levels. Like he just looks, yeah, he looks far bigger than everybody else on the stage.
But he's moved up weight because he was classic, right? When I was asking Denise this yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what his weight limit was, but it was quite a bit under.
Watch this though. Watch for a second, because you're going to see George come up after this guy in the blue trunks. And after George, the guy to the right of him looks good, but I don't know who that is. If anybody knows who the guy in the green trunks next to George Peterson is, let me know, because he looks incredible.
It's just a bad deal that he's next to George. You know.
Yeah. You guys, somebody in the comments is saying that Derek Farnsworth took first call out and he's at 50 years old. Derek Farnsworth is incredible because he's 50 years old, but that wasn't the first call out. What they do is, for those of you who don't watch bodybuilding shows a lot, what they're doing is they just call out the groups, and they'll do like 5 people in a group at once, and then they'll send them all back, and then they do the first call out. So the first call out actually hasn't happened yet. And for those of you who want to sign up to watch the show, go to timgardnerproductions.com and scroll down and you'll see the live stream and you can buy it there. It's $45 for both days. It's $30 if you just want to sign up for tomorrow for the open class.
And you use code Fouad 900 for this. I'm joking.
Desktop Bodybuilding. Thank you. Derek Bo Lewis is also in the show. Our nickname for Derek is Tripod or Kickstand.
James is a big fan of Kickstand.
so Seth Feroci.
Worryingly so.
Yeah, James is a little like too interested in Kickstand.
His delts look a little funky to me. This guy in the dark blue.
The guy who's the first guy on the right there, he looks pretty good.
In the light, but in the turquoise trunks.
Yeah, this guy right here. He's a little soft though, but his structure is pretty good.
This guy in the dark blue, he's delts a little oily to me.
I don't see anybody. This guy looks pretty good here. The black guy here in the black trunks, who is that? He's a little lanky looking, but he's got nice shape. Maybe from the back, not as much from the side. That guy looks like a body.
They're gonna struggle next to George.
A lot of these guys look like bodybuilders that, like, they should be bigger. Like, you know, I know it's 212, but I feel like they're not filling out their frames as much as they should be.
Well, this is where you'll see the difference between a true 12er, right?
Isn't it tough? It's got to be tough for people who are like, they look great at like 225 or 230. Yeah. Because if you're 225 or 230, you're kind of too small to compete with the open. Mm-hmm. And you're too big to compete with the 212. And if you suck down to 212, then it kind of doesn't make you look good. Aaron Clark looks good.
The last time I saw Aaron Clark was Indy in 2018. I was there.
Yeah, he hasn't competed in a while.
He did the open and he looked terrible for it. And this is he's come back down to 212. This is great.
It looks like he's fixed his waist a little bit, because I remember yeah.
Mm-hmm. He walked out and he couldn't control it. When he tried to do the open. It's bad.
1 sec, I have to block somebody. He's being a fucking idiot. No, he's just writing DHEA over and over again. Okay, he's gone. Yeah, Aaron Clark's waist was a little bit out of control, and it looks like he's brought it down a lot, and his conditioning is amazing. Look at the feathering in his quad. Yeah. Like up the center of his quad. That's when you know you're in shape, when you're like.
But see, this is the difference of, this is a true 212 guy. Yeah. He tried to do the open, really struggled. 212 is where he should stay. He's good.
Yeah. His body looks good at 212. Like, it's not. I hope we're not as pixelated. For you guys watching the YouTube channel, can you tell me if we are as pixelated as it looks like to me right now that I'm watching?
Hey, Derek looks good. I like Derek.
Derek Farnsworth's incredible, man. Like, he's got such good structure, such good conditioning. At 50 years old, it's like, he doesn't look like he has any tears or any, like, I don't know, man. It's okay. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. I don't know how you look that good at 50. Like, my body is a mess already at 41.
Yeah, but Derek's smart. Like, he's a therapist himself, right?
Are you saying I'm stupid?
Don't make me say that on air. No, Derek. I mean, Derek's very smart with, like, he's a one of the best ART guys going. He treats everyone from Jay. He treated Luke. You know,
you see the stomach, the skin on the stomach though. I wonder if that's an age thing. He's not able to get that really crisp skin over the abdomen. I think that might hurt him in the overall, like in the final callouts. I'm not sure who this guy is. Still looks a little thin for 212. He looks a little tall to be a 212. Like if you filled out that frame, he looks like he'd be like, you know, much bigger. Like that guy looks like, if he's a 212, he looks to me like he should be an open class, like 230. Like if you filled out that upper body.
Proportion wise, yeah.
Like his lower body looks good, but his upper body's a little thin. Yeah. And I think if you filled all that out to make it look the way it should, he'd be much bigger, I think. He'd have to be an open class. Yeah, there's no way you could fill that frame out and stay at 212. Yeah, like I said, it's got to be tough for guys, because when you look, his legs are great, eh? He's not flexing his glutes on that back shot, but you can tell he's in shape. But it's a shame too when guys are in shape and they don't actually show it, because like he did that back double by and the back lat spread, and his hamstrings are stripped, but his quad, he wasn't flexing his glutes at all, so they look smooth. But he's definitely in shape. He looks great.
Yeah, he is taller though. You can tell he's.
You know, Hostile should have sponsored this. I don't know. I should have messaged Tim and sponsored the show.
Didn't Yamamoto have exclusive?
I would have liked.
Rights?
No, because I just saw Blackstone stuff up there. I would have loved to see Hostile up there. Who's this guy? He looks good. Anybody want to comment if they know who this person is? Because I'm not listening to the live feed, so I can't hear the names when they come out.
You should tell Tim Gardner to on the live stream to put their names up.
They should put their names up. That would make sense if they. Matthew Gray. Thank you, Chase Irons. It's Matthew Gray. He looks good. He's very complete. I don't think
his front relax was nice. I always find that's a very difficult pose.
Yeah, I don't think he looks bad anywhere. Like everything's very complete. I just think he's not thick enough to stand with some of the other guys. But his conditioning is pretty good. His structure is good. He's not lagging in any body parts really. I mean, unless you're going to be picky, right? But if we're talking overall, like he looks good.
It's balanced.
Yeah, he's balanced. How many of you guys out there watching actually have downloaded the live stream? Actually,
it's gonna suck if you're not watching the live stream with us. Right?
Is this Bo Lewis? His dick came out before he did.
Yes. That's not real. I
feel so sorry for him because he looks really, really good, and that's all anybody talks about.
Great.
And that's all anybody talks about is his fucking junk. But
he's very good. That's
side shots really good.
That hamstring's deep.
He's in shape, man. Everything's there. Low back, glutes. There's no film of water anywhere. Everything's pretty stripped. He's very complete too.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I'm seeing like a second place possibly. I don't think he's good enough to beat George, but his conditioning is really good. Yeah.
God damn, that stupid fucking thing. You can't miss it. It's impossible to not see that thing.
Well, at least he's wearing black trunks. Like on his Instagram, sometimes he wears like gold trunks and shit, and it makes it look even worse. So, yeah, he's in shape though, man. It looks good.
Yeah, he's good. I think you're right. Everyone's battling for second. George is all of this and more, right?
Well, George has everything Bo has, except he's thicker.
Yeah,
which is going to be really hard to beat. I don't know what I didn't get a chance to see George's conditioning though. Was he as dry as Bo? Like I was still trying to fiddle with this live stream thing, so I didn't get a chance to really look at it.
Jason. I know Jason.
Who is this?
Jason Lowe. He's moved up from Classic. This is his first show in 12.
One sec, Guy Sister Nino's getting back to me.
Jason looks good for him. This is.
How do you know this guy? How do you know this guy?
Oh, we hung out a bunch. He was at Indy a couple of times with Luke and I, and so I can know him personally. He's a good guy. He was Classic. I think he's called IFBB Boku on Instagram. But I was.
I know who that is. He messages me all the time. That's that guy.
Yeah, I was a little worried actually going into his prep because he looked soft coming all the way in, and Chris Aceto preps him, and I think they did a great job the last 5 days pulling off a ton of water off of him. They kept him nice and big.
He was classic, wasn't he? And he moved up.
Yeah. This is his first showing. I mean, he did Indy last year. He did he did 212, but it was a rush, right? He didn't plan to do it. He just jumped into it, if you know what I mean. So this is his first kind of prep, actually really attacking a 212. It looks good for it.
Guy wants to do it while he's driving. I'm like, how are you going to watch the live stream while you're driving?
Guy's mental.
Who's this guy? This guy looks good. Anybody want to tell me this guy's name?
He's compact. He's got a nice taper as well.
He's actually really good. He might give Bo a run. He's thick. Got a really good chest.
So he's like nice and compact, like full muscles, and he's good.
Anybody know his name? He's in shape too. I don't know if let me see his back. Yeah, his back is pretty good, man. Like, I don't know, he might give Bo a run.
He has got some thickness to him. You're right. He's
everything's there. Everything's in shape. He's dry. Good wide back. His legs match. Hamstrings are thick.
His taper's very good. He pulled his front lat spread. He's really nice.
This guy's name is Emmanuel Rodriguez. Emmanuel Rodriguez. That's who this is. He looks really good, man. I think I might have him in second. I got to see him. I got to see him stand next. I got to see him stand next to Bo.
Yeah.
What if they're exactly the same, but Bo wins because I have a bigger dick?
Well, he will. He has to. Because think about it. Think how much his dick weight.
Look at this. Look at this. This
that wins. That's
like, it's not even close. Like, his legs are just crazy. He's got these super thick adductors and this wide sweep going into like this tiny waist.
He's back for me. He's incredible when he turns.
And his conditioning is out of this world. Like, he looks, that conditioning when you get like really, really full, but you're also really, really dry, and the skin
looks like that. Look how, you know what? That's very like Roden-esque, how small his waist was and how full his chest was.
Yeah, but you know why that's better than Roden? Because he's got a massive back.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Roden with a massive back. That's what he looked like.
Yeah.
Right. No offense to Roden. He's got a beautiful physique, but this back is like.
No, I just meant that side tricep shot.
Yeah. Jeez, like the flow of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just crazy, man. He's got a beautiful shape. See, when people say genetics, people always talk about how to, building muscle and losing fat and all this stuff. When I think genetics, this is what I think. It's one of those things where you could build as much muscle as you wanted to, but he was built with this frame, right? Like, he was born with this frame. But if you were somebody else, you could build as much muscle as you want to. You're not going to look like that. You know what I mean?
Crazy silhouette, like just the outline of him, It's very impressive.
Guy thinks he can watch and drive at the same time. So I'm going to send him a link.
Guy's definitely going to crash on air. But so going back to Bo having to make 212, I think it's a disadvantage because his dick's like 20 pounds of weight. How much more muscle is that guy going to carry if he doesn't have that horse dick?
Really? He's like 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Fucking
12 pounds long.
Somebody on here says Zebra, are you Arabic? Because Zebra in Arabic means dick. Oh, I'm sorry. His name is Bra. Okay, I get it. He says I should do a post podcast with Hunter and Ian right after tonight, I think, or tomorrow. Oh, he means tomorrow after the show. Well, that might happen. You guys just have to watch and find out. Who is this guy that we have up here? Anybody know? Can somebody he's got massive legs. He's not very balanced though, because his legs are like belong on a super heavyweight. Who's this? Can anybody comment? Tell me who this guy is. Good legs. His chest is a little little light in the chest and arms and shoulders, but his legs are great. This is another guy like the one guy I said, like if you filled out his upper body, he wouldn't be able to be a 212.
No, if he's upper body matched those quads, then he's way too heavy.
Yeah. He said this guy has the Fouad hair. Yeah, the Fouad hair from 2003 when I dyed it. I sent
nice shot. He flows well, but he looks more classic to me than
I thought some of the classic guys didn't look like pros, and I don't mean to be an asshole by saying that, but I caught some of them like before. Don't put your head down. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just some of them look like they just really needed more time. That's not an insult. I
think that's the classic. I think you could take a big chunk of the classic guys and say that about them.
Paige Sabadra. I would do this when the females were on stage 2, but I don't feel like I know enough to comment. So I don't want to sound like an idiot trying to judge bikini or figure. I mean, I have some knowledge of it, but I don't want to. It's not my profession, so I don't feel like I should be commenting on women's bikini or anything like that. Chase, the open is tomorrow. This is just 212, and I think the finals for 212 is I think it starts at 4:00, but the guys will probably go on around like 6. The live stream link is go to timgardnerproductions.com and then scroll down till you see live stream, and then you can buy it there. Classic already went. That Divine, did you see any Classic or no?
No.
Do you know who Divine is? I think it's Divine. He was second. He looked like he was second. It was between him and DeAndre.
Mm-hmm.
We should have seen it. It was actually pretty good. It was actually the top 5 are really good.
There's a lot of competitors, right?
Yeah, I think everybody's excited to compete, man, because all the shows have been fucking canceled all year long.
Yeah. The
good thing, kudos to fucking Tim Gardner for putting this thing on and making it work. Right, Ben?
Florida. Don't stir the pot. I just paid good money for this, right? So we're clear, we're good. This guy again's got the kind of the light upper body curse, He's heavy in the legs, and
he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's not as bad as the last guy.
Yeah, he just needs a little bit more. It feels like his back could be a little thicker. It's good and wide though. It's got good lower lats. I mean, good insertions. Everything fits nicely. Just
how do you feel about that pose on his lower back with his legs that wide, like crapped out like that?
I think if you have big enough legs, you can do it. It just like Branch Warren used to do that, right? Like Branch Warren used to put his legs really wide apart, but Branch's legs were like 40 inches around, so you can get away with it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if your legs are smaller, you have to kind of keep them closer together as to not make such a huge gap.
Yeah, it's that bit in the middle, and like the external rotation, fine, because you're creating that width, but when you really step wide, I don't on a lot of people it doesn't work. I don't think.
Well, I think there's a balance between trying to look wider and creating such a massive gap between your legs that it makes your legs look smaller, right? There's a happy medium somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
This guy looks like, do you think he's a little flat or he's actually holding a bit of water? He looks like it's not, like nothing's really popping. Something, or maybe he just doesn't have any oil on. Maybe that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, his skin looks like dry. You're right.
It's dry,
yeah.
No, you know what? His conditioning is good. I think he didn't do a proper glaze.
Yeah.
They put oil on him. It looks like his body probably soaked it up, or they didn't put enough on. He's in shape. Yeah, everything's there. He's not bad at all. He's actually got really good conditioning. He needs a little bit thicker. He needs to be a little thicker in the legs, I think. His back is incredible.
Good. That's really good.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing hurting him is his back is so good it makes his legs look a little smaller.
It's gonna be. Well,
no, I mean sometimes.
No, I'm saying some of the guys had heavy legs and were light up top, right? This guy's.
Yeah, I mean balance is important, right? Like that's what you see with Bo Lewis and George Peterson and some of these guys, that Rodriguez guy, like they're very, very balanced from top to bottom.
I feel like George could get away with a little more, like on his VMO.
Yeah.
It looks flat.
Yeah. I know what you mean, because it seems almost like he's got longer legs and a really short torso. So almost like his legs could be bigger, it wouldn't hurt him at all. It might actually
I mean, his upper body's almost like spilling out. It's like just
I think it's because his torso is so short, right?
Mm.
Who is this gentleman? Anybody comment who this gentleman is? Yeah, I hear people complaining about the $45. I mean, look, I think it's pretty cool that we can watch a show. I actually don't mind. I know $45 isn't cheap, but if you're a fan of the sport, I mean, look, me and Ben are both UFC fans, and those fucking pay-per-views are $60, and there's 2 a month. So, I mean, I don't mind paying the,
You know what? I have there's no way to actually do this, but the pay-per-view, the fighters get a piece of the pie, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, but this is different though, because there's no audience. Like Tim Gardner can't have an audience. So, you look at the audience. The
UFC pay-per-view, there's no audience, right? And so the pay-per-view.
I know, but UFC's got TV deals and they got all these other things. Like bodybuilding, like promoters got to make some money somehow, right? So if they can't have an audience, like I promote shows.
This guy's hard. I don't like his shape at all, but he's pretty hard. He's got like that old man graininess,
I was gonna say he's got old man muscle. Like,
yeah.
And I can say that because I'm old, so I'm not insulting anybody.
Yeah, this isn't his first show.
No, he looks good though. Certain body parts, it's not flowing. That's kind of what I worry about when I compete again. I think it's harder when you get older that like to keep everything nice, full, and round.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the things I worry about when I compete is like, am I going to be great in certain spots and like really lagging in others?
I always find legs are the things that lighten up on someone. The full leg fullness goes first, I think.
It's funny. My legs are actually okay. What's gone for me first is my arms.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't have any injuries on those either.
Well, I tore my tricep last year.
Okay, I take that back. Yeah. So I was thinking about the ones that came to mind where you did your lat and didn't you do your hamstring or adductor?
I tore my hamstring twice. I tore my lat, my teres major on my right side, not my lat. Yeah. I tore that once, and then I tore my quad, but not from the knee. I tore my quad in the top and the belly of the muscle, so you can't see it.
Uh-huh.
But the tricep tear fucking affected me the most, and that was the only one I had to have surgery on.
Okay. All right.
Who's this guy?
He looks young.
The first thing I noticed was his little square. The waist is a little thick. I feel like nowadays, man, and that's a good shot for him.
Yeah.
He's in shape. I feel like nowadays there's so much emphasis on a waist that you can't have any blockiness at all. You have to have a taper.
It's not a bad thing, right?
No, but I feel like it's almost like the pendulum has swung too far. Right? Like, I'm not for obviously distended bellies and shit, but like, it's almost like the pendulum has swung so far that
I feel like he's in shape, but he's got he looks so low, like a film on him. She's back. I think he could be drier. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's they had this problem with glutes a few years ago, right? Everyone was obsessed with glutes being in, and there would be guys that would over diet to get their glutes in.
Yeah.
And that's not bodybuilding.
Chad Parker asks if I'm going to be doing other videos breaking down my other supplements. And yes, I will. I'm going to be doing a pump product. Our pump product will be next. This guy looks good. Again, no oil at all. It looks like he's very, very dry. And I don't mean dry in a bodybuilding sense. Like his skin doesn't look like it's either soaked up all the glaze or they just didn't put enough on him.
It might make a big difference.
What's that?
It makes a big difference.
I think it makes a massive difference because look, his back looks like it has a little more oil on it and it looks better.
But then you'll find a lot, because I've been backstage a lot of times, and you'll find the guys refuse the glaze, right? It's not just the
stuff. I'm not blaming it on them. I think because sometimes it's nobody's fault. Sometimes the guys request it. Like this has happened to me. I've requested it. They put it on and my body will soak it up. Like you're so dry sometimes that your body will soak up the glaze, right?
And it's a tough balance because you put too much on, and for me it suffocates and you end up sweat. It makes me so hot and sweaty. Like it goes too far the other way, right? You can't put too much on.
Yeah.
You're there looking like a stripper.
I don't know if this Santi Aragon, who always looks great in all his Instagram photos. I feel like he looks good, very balanced. I feel like he might be a little small still. I mean, when I compare he's so balanced though. His legs look so good.
I always feel like his arms let him down.
I feel like he's posing too fast. I can't get a good read on his. He's almost doing a routine instead of like the mandatories. There's too many poses. I just need to see some shots. Legs are stripped. Waist is in check. Yeah, he's doing a full routine, man. Like, I think his glutes could be harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like he's holding a little bit in the back.
Yeah, you're right. Especially the glute.
It almost doesn't look like it doesn't look like a conditioning issue. It's like almost like, I don't know if he took too many diuretics, or it's like the muscle's not pushing against the skin, right?
Yeah, you might find he's taking diuretics and not drunk enough water. That's why I see. You put some water fluids back into him, and he'll fill back out.
Yeah. Christian Haynes says Santi hasn't done a proper 212 off season. That's his plan after the show. Yeah, I think it'll do him some good. I don't know what he weighed in at this on stage, but I feel like he could put on some size and still be okay for 212.
He's very short as well, isn't he? So he's not pushing that weight limit.
Yeah. IG Turner says, is everyone on condition? Everybody's in pretty good shape. I haven't seen anybody like out of shape. So this is the first call out. We got 4 guys. I got Aaron Clark, Bo Lewis, Rodriguez, and Peterson. And from the first glance to me, it looks like Peterson's got the victory. And I want to say Bo Lewis looks like second place to me.
Bo looks a little fuller.
If I had to pick this now, I think it would go Peterson, Lewis, Rodriguez, Clark. But I have to see Clark. I have to see Clark next to Rodriguez.
I was going to say I'd flip Clark and Rodriguez just going.
Yeah,
the density. I think
yeah.
Aaron Clark has a bit more muscle density to him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not set on third place.
Yeah,
I'm not even necessarily set on second. I'd like to see Clark and Bo next to each other.
There you go.
I think what's hurting Aaron is his stomach, because as he gets tired, it looks like he's having a little bit more trouble holding it. Whereas,
yeah, I mean, you can tell there.
And Bo's got a much nicer. Bo's got a fucking vacuum going. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice.
Peterson's just on another level, though. I think he definitely has his hands down.
Yeah, that's not close. He's the hardest, biggest, driest guy out there.
I don't know. This makes me sound really bad, but look at Bo Lewis's dick. It's just like standing in front. It's like in front of everybody. It's like,
I was trying to not bring it up again. And
I can't help it. It's like it's like it's got its own lineup, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, I think Aaron Clark's got a ton of muscle, but I think, when you're standing next up to somebody who's pulling a vacuum,
yeah,
it's not helpful.
It's between him and Rodriguez for the third and fourth. I've got those two in the middle, like you had.
I think I want to see Rodriguez next to.
Oh, good. I mean, I'm not bagging on.
I know, isn't that crazy?
He's so much better.
Peterson's like, yeah. So for those of you who aren't watching, we're watching Peterson stand next to Bo Lewis, who's probably going to be second place. But Peterson is just like another level up, and it's very impressive to watch.
Yeah.
It's really impressive to see somebody that thick get into the 212. How do you think he'll do at the Olympia with people like Derek Lunsford and it's like
on this showing, I would have him in top 5.
Oh, 100% top 5. But I don't know. Do you think he can beat Derek Lunsford?
I think he can beat Derek Lunsford. You don't.
I think if Derek is in shape, I don't think anybody beats Derek Lunsford.
Really?
I think he's got a crazy. I mean, I don't even know how the fuck that kid makes 212. I have no idea how he makes 212. He looks so big to me.
Yeah.
and he still pulls a vacuum, and he's still like, it's really, really impressive to me.
Do you know what he's, for me, that's lacking? He gets in shape, but he kind of has that, you know how Victor Martinez gets in shape but doesn't have any grainy detail on him?
Yeah, but I think it's different though, because
it's a completely different look. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. He's in shape. I just think, imagine if he had some like branches, nasty.
No. But what I was going to say is Derek's still young. Give him some time, right, to like get that mature muscle.
Well, Victor never got it.
I think they're going to put Clark in third here. I think this is where the final lineup is.
Yeah.
Like, see, as Clark gets more tired, that stomach comes out more and more, eh?
But he's got so much more muscle than this Rodriguez.
Yeah, I know.
He does have, it's a bodybuilding show, and the condition is very similar.
Yeah.
And he's holding a lot more tissue.
They're not showing enough of. Yeah, Rodriguez looks like he needs a little bit more muscle to stay with Clark.
Yeah. I think that's what's got it for Clark, because.
Yeah. Well, it's also Rodriguez not really holding his waist either, so it's not helping his cause.
God, that shot on his own with Bo looks very good, and then it pans across to George. And
yeah, and that's why I tell people when they make Instagram predictions, I'm like, look, everybody can look amazing standing by themselves. Mm-hmm. It's when you put them next to somebody else where you really see who's who and what's what.
It's the Dennis James effect.
Yeah. Yeah, Dennis James was like Mr. Olympia when he stood by himself.
Speaking of which, have you seen Dennis James today?
Yeah, man. At 50 years old, that's fucking impressive.
It's great. I want to look like that one. I want to look like that now. I'm trying to get ready to look like that. I know.
Yeah, no, he looks amazing. Yeah, so I think my final prediction is Peterson, Lewis, Clark. Is kind of the way it's going to go.
Yeah. So where do you put George at the Olympia?
Well,
if you was to take him now and put him in last year's lineup, where'd you place him? Because that's the only thing you can do, right?
Well, first in last year's lineup, because Derek was off, and I thought the guy who won isn't as good as George Peterson.
Kamal
is good. He's very complete, but he doesn't have a wow factor. Mm-hmm. And I think the only reason he beat Lunsford is because Lunsford was a little watery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think if George Peterson was there, I think George Peterson beats Kamal. Yeah or no?
If I'm to remember, just like screenshot how
this
George
is just going. Now, yeah, it's going by what I remember.
I'm trying to. It's very close, but I probably on that what I'm looking at right now, I'm probably giving it to George. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what sucks about doing these kind of things though? I hope I'm not pissing anybody off. Like, I like to have people on a podcast. I like to have all the athletes on the podcast, and we have to, we're analyzing a show, we're making predictions and blah, blah, blah. I mean, no disrespect to anybody who ever watches this. If, I hurt your feelings, I apologize.
Well, I mean,
we're being as objective as possible.
We're not saying anything personal, right?
Yeah. No, I know, but
it's all objective.
But bodybuilders are sensitive, and I'm one of those bodybuilders too. I mean, it's never nice to hear that you need more muscle or you need more this or you need more that. It's not a nice thing to hear, but we have to analyze. What
they should do is hear it and go, yeah, he's right. Or like, is he right? Constructive.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I do need to bring up this part. Maybe I was a little off.
Santi looks pretty good here in the second grouping.
He's next to Derek right now, right?
Yeah, I thought Derek. Excuse me, I'm fucking yawning. I don't know why, but I think he has Derek here. So I almost want to go Santi in fifth, and Derek in sixth.
And who's this guy in the middle in the
black guy?
The black guy in the blue trunks, because he's got really nice shape. Really
nice. You know what I think is funny? You're hesitant to say black guy.
Oh. Yeah, this is true.
It's not racist. You're trying to describe the guy. It's not a big fucking
the guy in the blue trunks with the.
You're like the guy in the blue trunks with the huge hammer, but not as huge as Bo Lewis.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Instead of just saying a black guy in the blue trunks, which is what he is.
Yeah,
he looks really good too. Actually, he might.
I got him above Santi.
Yeah, he might be fifth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Somebody brought up Keon. I forgot about that. You know what? I actually think Keon could give George a really, really good run for his money with another year of training.
I could say not right now. No way right now.
Not the way he looked last year. He's still too young, but he's like 25 or 26 or some shit.
I was talking to him backstage.
He just started doing gear like 2 years ago.
I was talking to him backstage at the Olympiad last year, and he said that he'd been training for like 3 years and only been taking stuff for 2 or whatever it was. I was like, kid, go away. Go back in the corner.
I think Keon is gonna, but Keon's classic, or is he? Sorry, he's moving up to 212, but I don't know. I think he should have stayed in classic until he kind of dominated that shit and then moved up.
He should have won it, and then
because I think he had potential to win the classic. He's
not far off. Where did he place? 3rd or 4th?
He was 4th last year behind Peterson, and now Peterson's gone, and he's going to be better. So I don't know if he can still make the weight with the added muscle. That might be the problem.
Isn't he working with a new coach? I forget who he's working with now.
He's working with Dorian.
Oh, that's right. But he wasn't before, right? That's new. That is new.
He was working with PJ, and then PJ was racist. So Keon left Blackstone because
what he described him as the black guy in the blue trunks, and then that's it. He's like, fuck this. I'm going to Dorian.
No, PJ, like, I think PJ did some big fucking rant against Black Lives Matter or something like that. And I don't know, it might have sounded a little offensive. So I think Keon maybe took offense to it.
I like PJ.
And decided to move on. So he moved on. He went to HD, and then when he went to HD, he decided to let Dorian coach him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think they're going to do good things together.
Mm-hmm.
Santi looks good, man. Santi's very balanced, man. And this guy in the blue trunks, can somebody tell me who the guy in the blue trunks, like what his name is?
He brings up his they're moving them out.
I don't want to keep calling him the black guy in the blue trunks. So if somebody can tell me
if he brought his legs up, if the black guy in the blue trunks brought his legs up, it's no, seriously, I'm trying to refer to it.
This is the most unprofessional analyst show ever. Kevin Johnson, Tyler Wilson says it's Kevin Johnson, but he's just a question mark, so I don't know if he knows for sure.
All right, well, if Kev brought his stuff,
we'll just call him Kevin anyway. Santi looks good next to him though. Look,
no, his upper body, Santi's lower body's better.
Yeah, they switch places that way.
Yeah.
Super Slowbur. We are looking at the Tampa Bay live stream that you can download from timgardnerproductions.com. It's $45 for Friday and Saturday.
Now I've got to watch it tomorrow, haven't I?
Well, you paid the money, might as well.
Yeah.
That's the one I want to watch anyway. I got to see I'm excited to see Hunter and Ian.
Yeah.
Stand next to each other. I'm also excited to see my guy, Justin Mackey, because he's kind of a dark horse to me. I want to see how he stands up to those guys. Those guys are weighing a little bit more than he is. So I'm excited to see how he looks standing next to them.
He's got very nice shape.
He does.
Justin.
Samson,
he doesn't have the size, but he has the lines.
Yeah. He knows that too. He knows that. He said to me, he's like, I might not beat them on size, but I'm going to bring shape and conditioning. And I think he has both of those things. So
is Phil still prepping them? Phil Viz still preps them.
Yeah, Phil Viz, he sent me some pictures of them yesterday, or that leg shot that everybody saw on bodybuilding on the Suliosis page or whatever, all those bodybuilding pages. He sent that to me yesterday to show me his conditioning. So I hope it translates to the stage.
All right, quit name dropping.
I'm not name dropping. What are you talking about? We're talking about
you saw it first. Saw it first. Wow, come on, we're all impressed.
I saw it first because he's my athlete for the fucking company, you asshole. It's not because I'm special. Justin Mackey is, for those of you who don't know, Justin Mackey is a hostile athlete. Okay, they're bringing everybody back. That's probably it, right? They're not going to do anything else. Do you think they'll do one more call out with Bo and Peterson? I don't think it's close enough.
It's not. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a last call out. I apologize.
Yeah, that's what they did last year when obviously Luke was there with Dexter.
Yeah, but they were so close. That was
so I know. So I'm saying that was good fun, and it was also for the Open because I'm not sure
they did that with me when I did Tampa. I took second at fucking Tampa. I had won 2 shows that year, and I was trying to win my third.
Mm-hmm.
And I overworked, and I came in a little flat. And Max Charles beat me.
I like Max Charles is good.
No, man, but
even now,
dude. If I looked, because I won Orlando and then I won Vancouver. If I had brought in the package I had in Orlando or Vancouver, I would have beat him.
Yeah.
Because they had us going around and around. Like, honestly, we did like 10 fucking rounds.
Did you fade as well as you went?
Well, I had nothing. Yeah, I was already flat when I first got on stage. So I was already like,
okay.
You know what I mean? But I think had I been like my proper self, I could have won. But Max has always gotten me. It's like 3 or 4 shows now. Max has beat me by 1 place, and I'm like, it's like I want to get him back, but I think it's too late. He's like,
he's
getting better. He's getting better, and I'm getting older.
Yeah, and his shape's really nice.
Yeah,
I like Max's shape. Because he did the Arnold this year, right? I'm pretty sure of it.
He looked really good.
He was
the hardest guy on stage at the Arnold's. He looked fucking amazing. Yeah.
And you know what? Because Milo sends me pictures the day before too.
So I saw Max because you're special.
Because I'm special.
But you're actually name dropping because you have nothing to do with Max.
No.
Somebody asked, would it be dumb to train today? I have no idea why. Oh, wait, I see he's got another part to this question. Just got out of the hospital yesterday with a concussion.
Yes, do not train.
I think I would take it easy, man. You don't want to cause any more undue fucking pressure in your fucking head. I can understand a $45 price tag, but I don't think it's the right approach to build the sport. Bodybuilders are too cheap. Well, bodybuilders shouldn't be fucking cheap. I don't think $45 is too much to ask. I mean, if you're going to go to the show, you're paying probably $30 for a prejudging ticket, and then you're probably paying $50 or $60 for a night show ticket. So you're going to pay $80 or $90 to see the show in person. You're paying $45 to get 2 days at home and watch it on TV. So I just realized
something.
The show's over.
This is the first time I've ever paid to watch a bodybuilding event. You've just made me pay to watch bodybuilding.
Are you trying to tell everybody how special you are again?
No. I'm just saying. I've never paid to watch.
They're doing one more call out. They got Bo and Peterson. They got all 4 out again. 4. Yeah, they got the top 4 back. So they got, for those of you who aren't watching, they got Peterson, Rodriguez, Aaron Clark, and Bo Lewis is on the end there.
No, straight away.
I wonder if you talk to Bo Lewis, if he's like cool about the fact that he's got a kickstand, or if he doesn't like to talk about it.
How would you be mad about that?
Well, if I was trying to present my physique and all anybody was talking about was the size of my dick, I'd be pissed off.
There's worse things. There's way worse things people should be distracted by.
You know what? He's got to be really proud of himself, though. He looks fucking really good. He looks really good, and that vacuum is pretty impressive. But when you stand next to George, it looks like a different animal altogether.
Yeah.
George is very, 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 very complete. There's nothing lagging. There's nothing soft. There's nothing not developed. Like it's all peaked out.
You could put, like I say, a little extra thickness on his quad, on the inside of his quad, you know?
Yeah, if you're being picky, yeah, I agree.
I am being picky. Guys, we're talking about the guy that could be Mr. Olympia here, or Mr. 212.
Ahmad Bilal says that's the price of a pay-per-view boxing card. Exactly. This is a professional sport. These are professional athletes. If you're a fan of the sport, you pay the $45. I don't know what the big deal is. You know
they've been prepping for 16, 20 weeks.
It probably costs, when you include food, drugs, supplements, fucking tanning, it probably costs $5 to $10 grand to do a show. And as a promoter, you guys don't understand. You got to pay the sanction fee for the show, which is like 25 grand. Then you got to pay for the venue. Then you got to pay for all these other things. It probably costs Tim Gardner $100,000 to put the show on, if not maybe a little less. So your $45 helps keep the sport going. So, I mean,
yeah,
I know you guys all want to complain about $45, but that's like a trip to McDonald's for me. It's a
trip to McDonald's for a whole family.
I mean, look, the way I see it is like this. You're getting entertained, you're following the sport you love, and you're helping. So, I don't know, stop fucking complaining. It's not a big deal. It's like, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. But don't.
Yeah, he's losing a lot. He's losing a lot of money by not having the spectators there.
Yeah, I don't.
This packs normally.
Yeah. Tampa Bay does really well. I just feel like, everybody, bodybuilding seems different than other professions in the sense that everybody wants everything for free. And it's like, no, man, these things all cost money. Like we all need to help out and chip in if you actually love the sport and you want to keep it going, you know? Okay, guys, that wraps up prejudging. We're gonna head off. And are we gonna head off? Yeah, we're gonna head off, right? You're gonna go eat. I gotta go train.
I'll go train. I've already eaten. Are we doing the finals?
We're gonna come back for finals. Like I think probably. Are we gonna cover all the finals? Or are we just gonna cover the 212?
You need to let me know if we're covering all the finals. I'm gonna get a few meals over here and set up camp.
Yeah, you can eat while we do this. Fuck, I'm not gonna sit here for 3 hours and not like eat a meal or anything.
Yeah, we can do that. Let me know.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Ben, thanks for coming on. We will do it later.
Sweet.
Later.